Hello everybody. It's going to be quick because it's it's drizzling. It may start raining. But this morning I've been cutting a lot of cedar branches and feeding them to the goats. So I started off this morning doing that. And then when I was done with that task, I decided I was going to plant. Even though it's a drizzly, foggy morning, it rained north of us, north of me overnight. It seems like it always rains north of me, and we get skipped, but that's life. But I decided to plant. And you might be thinking I'm crazy to be planting in November. We just had a night of freezing sleet. The temperatures are all over the place. Why would I be planting in the middle of really, winter's just around the corner, and it's for many people. I mean, technically winter doesn't start till December 21st, but honestly, it's winter temperatures already for the most part in many parts of the country. It's cold, it's snowing. I've had sleet. So why am I planting? Well, the fact is, if you make ways to plant, if you make ways to keep the seeds warm so they can germinate, you can plant any time of the year. People up north have high tunnels. They have greenhouses. That's how they plant inside of there. I don't have a high tunnel. Don't think I'd ever want a high tunnel here. I have friends who have greenhouses and stuff. There's a few out here. Yeah, I may someday think about doing that, but I've got old windows. A few years ago, I had the chance to buy, a guy advertised a whole bunch of single pane windows, and I bought them. If you can get single pane windows, sometimes you can get them for free. People are remodeling their house, they're taking out the windows, putting in new windows, and they don't want to have to pay to throw them away. And sometimes they'll advertise them free, sometimes very, very cheap. If you got connections, let them know you're looking for single pane windows. And I've got a whole bunch of these. They're stored right in the camper there. And so I came out here and let's see, I think I planted kale in this tub. And I planted spinach seeds. This was the end of packages, so I don't know if they'll germinate because it's old packages, but heck, I can't lose. So I think there was spinach here, and I also went over, wasn't a lot because I just cleaned out all the rabbit poop, but I got some rabbit poop and dumped it in these two bins on top, watered them real well. Put the seeds, just scattered the seeds around. These kind of seeds you don't have to plant deep. And these happen to be winter crops. These crops are fall crops. They do better if you plant them in the cooler weather, and in the heat of the summer, they don't do as well. And so that's one thing to choose. If you're going to plant stuff that can't tolerate hot temperatures, that's what you need to be planting. I'm not going to plant squash of any kind. Winter squash, honestly, what I'm planting are considered fall or spring crops. Mainly fall, what you would plant in a fall garden. I am not planting anything that needs heat. Only stuff that does better in the cooler temperatures. And in fact, once I got good germination and the plants are a decent size, I can take these windows off and only put them on there maybe if we're going to have freezes or something. But as you can see, some of these plants, a freeze honestly isn't a big deal. Look at these. This is how the peas went through that freezing, the sleet. No problems whatsoever. I've read about people who get tons of snow, and they'll just leave their kale out all winter, and they just go out and move the snow away to harvest their kale and put the snow back because the snow will keep the plants warm. And they do just fine. So I'm not worried. I mean, the main thing is they need some extra warmth to germinate. And so I've got these windows on, and they'll help keep the sun will get through and heat up the soil and everything, and hopefully they'll germinate. We'll see. I actually had some mild success last year doing this. Not a whole lot, but I did have some things growing in there. So I'm going to try it again. Hey, I have the seeds. They're, you know, they need to be used up because they may not, I mean, seeds have a shelf life. So hopefully I'll get some, kale and spinach. I do plan and want to plant some stuff in these other bins. And maybe I'm thinking about trying to plant some stuff in here. Haven't decided. If I plant anything over here, it's going to be stuff that I probably don't even have the seeds for at the moment. So it's iffy if I plant anything over here. But even if I wait till February, there's a lot of stuff that gets planted here in February. Around Valentine's Day is when we can start planting a lot of our summer, start the spring crops, the early stuff that can go into summer, or early summers, when we can start planting. So I just wanted to share that little bit. If you live in an area where, like I do, where the temperatures really fluctuate and you may have some cold days, but it's still, you get warm days. I mean, I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. I'm guessing 60s because I'm just in this long sleeve t-shirt, and I'm okay. I'm not cold. So I'm guessing 60s, and I don't think we're supposed to get too warm today just because of the cloud cover and the chance of rain and everything. But I just wanted to show that real quick to you, that if you live in a more mild climate with a little creativity, you can be gardening in winter. You don't need to just plant nothing in the summer. You don't need a greenhouse. You can make it work. And also there's, plastic that you can make little archways in your garden to keep the plants protected. There's a lot of ways you can garden during the winter in a mild climate. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. And hopefully some of those seeds will germinate. I planted the rest of what was in the package, so we'll see. Well, just a short video, and I've got a Thanksgiving meal to go to this afternoon in town. So, yeah, it's not Thanksgiving yet, but it's at the senior center, and I love that place, and they got some good cooks there. So I'm going to go to that, and you have a wonderful day.